So the reason I'm here right now is because maybe it's just me. Maybe it's me. I would like to be educated on what I'm about to say because I'm just now seeing this clip, and if I'm in the wrong, just tell me that I'm wrong. Educate me. Teach me. You got the Steve Harvey, Kamala Harris interview in which, you know, the comedians, D.L. Hughley, they've been at the forefront. Ricky Smiley, Steve Harvey of trying to shame black men for not supporting Kamala Harris. And I was just really curious on this comment that was made by Steve Harvey in this interview. Now, I saw this thing the other day, and I recently saw another video where they were talking about it, and I thought this thing was like brand new, but it turns out it was like 2 months ago, back on June 14th, 2024. I didn't even know it was that old. But I wanted to touch on what Steve Harvey said about reparations and throwing a lob and things like that. So that's what we're gonna pick up and during the video. So let's just get into it because I'm really curious as to if I'm wrong or not on reparations and the way Steve Harvey explained it.
Before y'all start calling my radio show and DMing me, talking about why you ain't ask no hard-hitting questions, that ain't what this is.
But that's what it should be. No matter what, that's what it should be. If we, you know what I'm saying, judging by the circumstances of the last 4 years, with the things that we were promised and the things that others got, that when these people were immediately put in office, others got bills signed. So it should be hard-hitting questions. It should be you holding her feet to the fire, asking why. What are you gonna do for us? It shouldn't be no lob. She don't deserve an alley-oop. She doesn't deserve one. It's not because she's the woman, and I'm a misogynist. It's just the truth. She doesn't deserve an alley-oop. She nor Joe Biden. And no, I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not voting for Donald Trump. I'm just being real. Why do I have to support the other one because I don't like this one? But so it should be. It should be hard-hitting questions. It shouldn't be an easy slam dunk.
This is the alley-oop for a dunk. Because this administration needs to get the word out of what they're actually doing and what they're actually accomplishing so we can stop all this foolishness.
They've been in office since 2020. Dude, it's 2024. Let me make sure I'm right. Yeah, August 27th, Tuesday, 2024, at the time of recording this. It's my little sister's birthday. It's 2024. What you mean this administration needs to get the word out? They've had 4 years.
So we can stop all this foolishness about what you're doing for black people.
It's foolish to ask what you doing for black people when our condition is worse than it was 4 years ago? Do y'all hear this? The shaming that goes on here? It's foolish for us to ask, hey, what are you gonna do for me? Other groups can do it. I bet you he wouldn't say this about Jewish people. Or Asian people. Is it foolish for Jewish people to ask, hey, what are you going to do for us? Is it foolish for Asian people to ask the same thing? Or any other group? Why is it that every time situations like this come up, it's always black people who should be ashamed of themselves? We always got to get over it and just go vote because this is the most important election of our lives. Just go vote. Shut up and vote. That's offensive, Steve. That is very, very offensive, an offensive thing to say about your own people. It's foolish for us to ask questions. We should just go with the plans that they're giving us and not ask any questions on it. Just blindly follow it. Shh, just do it. But no, just do it. But what about, nope, just do it. That's what you just told us to do. Millions of black people in this country. You just told us to shut up and dribble.
Can't nobody come out with no agenda and call it this for black people and expect to get in the White House.
Now, they said that same thing when Barack Obama was elected in 2008. And back then, I'm like, yeah, you're right. We never had a black president. But damn, 16 years later, you still saying the same thing? Spewing the same trash?
You got to play the game different. Y'all know what this is. So now this next question is another lie for her to dump. Because they done a lot, man.
They done a lot, man. But they can never tell us what these things are. Ricky Smiley told us to do the research, but he didn't want to pull up what a record was and the things that he told us to research on his radio show, that's the syndicated show, I believe. They have done a lot for us. Like what?
I'm on this radio show and I'm hearing all these people talking about, I'm not voting if they're not doing nothing for us. Listen to me. If you do not vote, the analytics will show. They know how many women vote, they know the age you are when you vote. If we don't vote, how we gonna ask for something next time? If you ain't got no vote?
Y'all said this last time, dang! You saying the same exact things every time you use the same exact playbook. Dude, you get in the bag. Just admit that you getting paid. You. A whole group of people that look like you aren't, but you are getting paid. Just admit it, bro. Y'all are literally using the exact same plays you have run in the past on us. If you don't vote this time, how can you ask for something next time? They're gonna do the same thing in 2028. And then in 2032. And then in 2036. And then in 2040. So on and so on and so on. Until we stop falling for it, they're gonna run the same. It's just like playing a video game. If I'm playing Madden, and you can't stop a play I'm running, I'm gonna keep running the same play until you stop it. I'm not gonna switch it up until you prove to me that you can stop it. And these people are clapping for this trash. They are clapping for this trash. Y'all are sick.
You talk about reparations. Ain't nobody finna give you no reparations and you don't vote?
Now, that is what I wanted to hit on. He said, ain't nobody finna give you no reparations if you don't vote. What is the definition of reparations? Let's go. Let's go over here to Merriam-Webster. Reparation. It says, the act of making amends, offering expiation, or giving satisfaction for a wrong or injury. B, something done or given as amends or satisfaction. The payment of damages. So I have to vote in order for you to pay what you owe me? I have to cast a vote in order for you to pay your dues, to pay what you owe for helping me build this country, my ancestors, my people. I have to do something for you. I have to vote for you. He just said, ain't nobody gonna give you reparations if you don't vote. Compensation in money or materials payable by a defeated nation for damages to, or how do you say that? Expenditures sustained by another nation as a result of hostilities with the defeated nation. So I have to do something for you in order for you to pay what you owe me? That's what Steve Harvey just said. Let's take it back.
You talk about reparations. Ain't nobody finna give you no reparations and you don't vote? Well, you think they finna give us some money? No, man. I hope they...
You think they finna give us some money? No how. He's telling you that he's a sellout. He's seriously telling you that he has sold his people out. He's the same guy that Malcolm X was talking about back in the day.
Just told you a little while ago, these leaders that they call leaders, this included Lena Horne, this included Dick Gregory, this included
Steve Harvey,
comedians, comics, trumpet players, baseball players. Show me in the white community where a comedian is a white leader. Show me in the white...
And look at the guy's face. It's because he knows that what Malcolm X is saying is true. That's why he's looking like this. He knows it's true.
White community where a singer is a white leader, or a dancer or a trumpet player is a white leader. These aren't leaders. These are puppets and clowns that have been set up over the white community and over the black community by the white community and have been made celebrities and usually say exactly what they know that the white man wants to hear.
Steve Harvey is saying exactly what them folks want to hear. He's saying he's doing the same thing that Malcolm X talked about way back when, decades ago in the 60s. Listen to this guy.
If we don't vote, how we gonna ask for something next time? If you ain't got no voting power, you talk about reparations. Ain't nobody finna give you no reparation and you don't vote? Well, you think they finna give us some money? No, man, I hope they do. They owe us.
He just said it. That's what I want to be educated on. He said, I hope they do, they owe us. So if you owe me, why do I need to do something for you if you already owe me? Is it just me? Like, am I tripping? Seriously, am I tripping here? He just said, I hope they do, they owe us. No how. He's saying no how they're not going to give us no money. But he just said also in the same breath that they owe us. Like you can't make this up. You seriously can't make this stuff up. And people always looking at black people like, oh, we're never satisfied. We're always complaining. We're not asking for handouts when we say, oh, what you gonna do for the black community? We're not asking you to just give us stuff. We're talking about the jobs in the community and all those things education that'll be set up to help our children, help our future, help our people. So you can stop with the, oh, we always looking for a handout or something, as if we're not owed anything. And I'm not saying I'm sitting here waiting to be handed something. I go out and get it legally. But don't sit there and act like we don't have a case. This dude just literally said, I hope they do, they owe us.
You talking about reparations. Ain't nobody finna give you no reparation and you don't vote? Well, you think they finna give us some money? No, man.
You got paid. I bet you that.
Man, I hope they do. They owe us.
Who is the day that owe us? Who owe us? And what do they owe us for?
I'll go down there. I'm sorry.
Now he's back to old comedian Steve Harvey. This is the same guy Malcolm X was just talking about. And look at her, and look at her face.
I know I ain't coming back next year.
You be back next year, and the 4 years after that, and the 4 years after that, because they love what you saying, Steve. What you were saying right now is exactly what they want you to say. And you doing it. But I honestly did want to touch on that because that was just the most ridiculous thing I heard. I didn't hear anybody else, touch on that situation. They may have, I just haven't heard it. But tell me what y'all think. Am I tripping? Do I need to be educated on what was said here? Because I seriously need to know. They want us to vote. They're not going to give us what they owe us, but they want us to vote, and we shouldn't expect them to give us what they owe us if we don't vote. Let me know. Let me know, because now I'm confused. Not really, but wow. When you just see so much prophecy come to pass, Not even just biblical prophecy, but even what the leaders of the past said about these guys, about guys like Steve Harvey. Let's just play a video one more time before we head out. What Malcolm X said. Play it one more time.
I just told you a little while ago, these leaders that they call leaders, this included Lena Horne, this included Dick Gregory, and this included comedians, comics, trumpet players, baseball players. Show me in the white community where a comedian is a white leader. Show me in the white community where a singer is a white leader, or a dancer or a trumpet player is a white leader. These aren't leaders. These are puppets and clowns that have been set up over the white community and over the black community by the white community and have been made celebrities and usually say exactly what they know that the white man wants to hear.
Exactly. And I'm going to leave it there. Tell me what y'all think.